In this episode, Auditor Yardley Ski visits Folkestone Police Station to carry out a public audit. While filming, an inspector approaches and informs him that he is on private property. Although there was no clear signage or restricted access, Yardley chooses to step back behind the gate onto public land and continues recording. Soon after, two officers arrive and question his activities. Tensions rise during the interaction, and Yardley is eventually taken into custody. The case was later handled by HNK solicitors, and Yardley received a settlement. This incident serves as another example of the importance of clear communication, proper training, and understanding the public's rights in order to avoid unnecessary conflict.
Inspector Creed, I'm perfectly happy with you filming. No
Fine.
Problem with you filming whatsoever.
Cool.
It's just the fact that you're on the police premises here.
Yeah,
and
but
we do ask the public to remain on the public
there's no
area.
signage. There's no signage. There's nothing blocking me
Well, you've
from
just
stopping
come-
me from walking round.
Well, there is a barrier there.
Yeah, that's for
and there's
cars.
a fence there.
That's for cars. I didn't jump over anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can help you with at all?
Yeah, you can stop abusing my rights and let me film. That's what you said.
I'm not stopping you filming.
Okay then.
No
well,
problem with you filming
Well, I
at
can
all.
film in the car park. There's nothing stopping me from filming in the car park.
As part of our insurance reasons, as well as the security of the site, we don't allow members of the public on here. So that's why I'm asking you to leave and move.
The inspector's first response is to state that Yardley is on private police premises. Yardley replies by noting that there is no signage, warning, or indication that the area is restricted. Legally, members of the public must be clearly informed if access is private, and without visible signs or barriers, it cannot reasonably be treated as trespassing. When the inspector refers to the barrier as evidence of restricted access, Yardley explains that it is a vehicle barrier, not a pedestrian one, and that he entered through an open walkway without climbing or forcing entry. Walking through an unmarked, open space is generally considered lawful, as trespass requires knowingly entering an area where access is prohibited. After this exchange, Yardley moves behind the gate to the location the inspector confirmed was acceptable for recording. At that point, two officers arrive and begin questioning him.
To me. Listen, stop talking to me. No, I'm not going to listen to you. And if you touch me, right, that's going to be an assault as well. So just, look, you've got your hands up. You've got your hands up. Right, so excuse out of my way, please. Excuse out of my way. Excuse out of my way.
You can film.
Oh, listen to me. Please get out of my way. Please get out of my way. Get out of my way. Let me
The Chief
pass.
Constable holds the right to restrict your access, okay? You're more than welcome to film on the public bits, but we can't have you filming by the gate, obviously, because it's got a keypad, okay, which is a private
I'm not listening to you what you're saying. You're just talking. No, I'm not. You're talking to yourself, and I'm going forward. And I'm going forward. Do not listen. Listen, you're standing right in front of me. Right. So I'm. Why not?
Because it's an implied right of access.
No,
We have the
listen.
right
I've
to
got
remove you.
I've got a right of access. I've been told. Okay, by an inspector. By an inspector.
And this right of
Okay.
access is now being revoked.
No, we'll go and get an inspector to revoke it because I've been told by an inspector that I can film here.
I don't need an
No,
inspector to
well,
revoke.
I've been told that I can film here.
What I am happy
I've
to
been
do
told. No.
is
Listen.
talk to you about what's upsetting.
The officers attempted to move Yardley back from the gate even though he was standing on public land. One officer referred to implied right of access, but this principle only applies when members of the public enter private property for a lawful reason, such as approaching a residence, and does not apply to someone on public ground. Yardley noted that the inspector had already confirmed he could stand in that location, which should have resolved the matter. The situation became more complicated when the officer suggested that permission had been revoked, even though only a landowner or someone with proper authority could do so, and in this case Yardley was not on private property.
Is me not filming in a place
At
of?
the moment, yes.
Yeah. Why?
Correct.
Who started the initial crime? Who initially evoked a
At the
crime?
moment, I'm here because you're here.
No.
Filming in a place you're
Well, you
not allowed
shouldn't
to
be.
film.
You should be after that guy first because he's getting away. Who is he?
At the moment, I
Who's
don't
that
know.
bloke?
I don't know.
Why don't you know that?
Because I don't work with him.
So how are you going to find him?
Well, we've got CCTV. I'll identify.
Okay.
That, okay.
Oh, yeah,
What I'm more concerned about at the moment.
No, I'm not going nowhere. I've been
that
told
you
that I
can't
can film it. I can.
You can, but you
I can
can't
film
film
it.
here.
I can film it. No, and I'm telling you that I've been told by an inspector that I can film here.
inspector was it that
Okay,
told
Inspector
you?
Creed. Okay, now off you go because this is what he said. Okay, I can film here. So unless another inspector comes down and wants to tell me that, No, I'm not going to take it from you.
I have the right to tell you that you can't film it.
No, you're not going to supersede the inspector because he told me that I can film it.
Okay, from my sergeant and from my inspector.
No.
I've been told
Which inspector? Who's the inspector?
Inspector Cutter.
Okay, where's Inspector Cutter?
He's in the building.
Okay, we'll go and get Inspector Cutter to come out and tell me.
Because I'm asking you.
No, and I'm politely refusing, and I'm declining because I've already been told by Inspector Creed that I can film here. So
we have.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Overrule.
The exchange highlights the disagreement between Yardley and the officers. Yardley repeatedly refers to the fact that an inspector had already told him he could film from that location, which he believed settled the matter. One officer, however, claimed that another inspector had said otherwise but declined to bring that inspector forward when asked. When Yardley again mentioned Inspector Creed's confirmation, the officer stated they had the authority to overrule it. In reality, police rank does not give officers the power to override lawful rights, and filming in public remains legally permitted regardless of rank.
I've already told you that I'm not allowing you to talk simply because I want you to do something which you haven't done. So therefore, by you carrying on with your waffle, right, I'm giving you that opportunity to talk. But I'm not going to give you that opportunity to talk, so I'm going to stop you right there. When an inspector comes out, then he can tell me that. I'll tell him that what Inspector Creed says. We'll have that discussion there. Because as far as I'm concerned, I have been given the right to film here. No, I'm not talking to you no more. I'm telling you, right? I've just told you.
But why let's have a conversation?
Don't worry about it. All right?
I don't understand why you're being
because I want you to go and sort out this first thing. You're not doing it. You're not doing your job. You're standing there, wasting time, my time, your time, everybody's time.
What's the reason for filming it? That's what I know that you can, but what's the reason?
On the body camera footage, the two officers return to Yardley and inform him of the potential grounds for arrest if he chooses not to leave.
Okay, all we need to know, or what we're happy with you doing, is filming obviously outside of the more public areas. That's absolutely fine. Don't stop you doing that. Okay. All we ask that under Section 68 of the Criminal Justice Public Order Act 1994, okay, is not to film.
Are you detaining me?
No, not at the moment. Listen.
Are you giving me a caution? Stop telling me to listen.
I'm giving you a warning.
Stop. No. Are you cautioning me?
I'm not cautioning you.
Well then, I don't want to hear no section, nothing. Am I doing anything wrong? Am I doing anything wrong? No. Am I doing anything wrong? Am I doing anything wrong?
Registration plates are doing something wrong.
Listen. Don't tell me that I was filming registrations plates, okay? Get some concrete evidence and then come and start telling me all these things. Otherwise, go away. You keep on. You just did.
I'll tell you under that section.
Under what section? A section what? Doing what?
Is if you begin to start filming registration plates, keypads, people coming in and out of the building, it's obstructing the day-to-day business.
No, it's not. I'm not obstructing anybody, and I can stand in. Get lost. Do you know something? I can stand in a public place and I can film whatever I want.
Yeah. And we can arrest you for aggravating trespass. Okay. Yes, we can.
Get lost. You can't.
Yeah, we can, and we will do if you.
Section 68 relates to trespassing on private land with the intent to disrupt or obstruct lawful activity, which did not apply to Yardley's situation. He was standing on public ground, filming quietly, and not causing any obstruction. Vehicle registration plates are legally required to be visible in public, so recording them is not unlawful. Despite this, the officers stated that Section 68 applied. Later, when Yardley went inside to file a complaint, the same two officers returned a few minutes later and arrested him under that provision.
Do these questions relevant?
Oh, just curious I know how to treat you, what your experience is and what you may or may not know.
I'm not somebody who gets myself into trouble.
Okay, no, that's fine. Right, well, long story short, I'm a classic sergeant, so it's my job to look after you here and ensure you're dealt with fairly as well.
Okay.
To that end, I'm going to ask obviously a few questions to find out why you're here, and I've got some questions for you, see how you're doing physically and mentally.
Okay.
Bearing in mind when I ask the officers about why you're here, that is them explaining why they've done what they've done. That's not an allegation to you for you to sort of necessarily reply to, okay? Because otherwise we'll end up in a conversation.
Yardley's arrest under Section 68 was later dismissed, and the case resulted in a settlement that cost the force close to £10,000 once fees and VAT were included. Yardley received £1,500 in damages, while the remainder was made up of legal and court costs, ultimately paid from public funds. The issue arose because Section 68, which applies to aggravated trespass on private land, did not fit the circumstances. Yardley had been standing on public ground, filming lawfully, and was not obstructing or interfering with any activity. Since trespass itself is a civil matter and no trespass had occurred, the legislation could not apply. The court's findings made this clear, leading to the settlement. This outcome highlights the importance of correctly applying the law, ensuring officers act within their authority, and avoiding costly mistakes that ultimately fall on the taxpayer.